I wrote a song for him. I'll give you what I can remember. Hey, hey, what you gotta say? Come on, Jamie, who can blame me? Now I bet the Doyle boy's been sniffing up foil. Don't tell his wife Shirley. She likes to go but doesn't want Jamie to know. Oh, Jamie, hey, hey, what you gotta say? Come on, Jamie, who can blame me? Now his life's in a mess. His wife come home early, caught him wearing a hairdress. Oh, Jamie, cause just Ellie, come on, Ellie. Hey, what you gotta say? Come on, Jamie. Who can blame me? Now I wrote another one for him, and I adapted this one. Eddie Grant. He gives his wife coke, and he calls her Joanna because he sleeps with a prostitute called Joanna. Give him coke, Joanna. Coke, Joanna. Jimmy wants some sexy fun. Now everyone know I'm not the author. The wife, she does it all for me. I just a crack it on Gabby's handsome subbies. Give him coke, Joanna. Coke, Joanna. Jimmy wants some sexy
So, en route to London, and there's a saying, you should never underestimate the predictability of stupidity, because I've left the house with just my flip-flops on, so it's not pretty ideal to like go homeless for a week.
I think you're pretty much used to being homeless, aren't you? Aren't you, Mr. Tinfoil? Judging by the look on your face, you haven't quite had your drugs, have you, Mr. Tinfoil? You're a total disgrace. But anyway, I'll let you continue.
And just a pair of flip-flops. But yeah, probably have to go and get a pair of trainers. But
you're one scruffy cunt, you are. You definitely look like an homeless person, so you're definitely playing that part better than a homeless person.
Yeah, anyway, so I'll get to London at 1 o'clock. Lots of people to see and all that, but that's it. I'm homeless.
Homeless? And bankrupt. Now that can't be bad, can it, Mr. Foyle? Homeless and bankrupt.
As I said the other day, I said it's a shame I had about 2 months beard on me the other week, and I didn't think I was going to go for like weeks.
Does that also include not having a bath? Does that also include not having a wash? You scruffy bastard.
So I had a shave, but I would have...
Mr. Tinfoil, I think you just lied there. You said you've had a shave.
A part, plus I had the long hair, so... But anyway, I'm doing it, so anyone who can donate would be greatly appreciated.
No, please do not donate to him. He will spend the money on drugs because he's bankrupt. He said he's had a shave, and he hasn't.
I said it's all going to a good cause 100%.
And what percentage will be going up your nose?
If you donate £1, literally £1 will go to the Discovery Academy in Middlesbrough, which is
You're slurring your words, aren't you, Tinfoil? Have you been drinking?
like a school for like people who with autism. So
no, that's a great cause. Please, people, please donate direct to the autism charity. Please do not pass your money through Tinfoil's hands. Please donate the money directly to the autism charity, because that's a brilliant charity to support.
Yeah, brilliant cause, so hopefully I can make a difference. I think we've probably got about 40-50 quid already paid, so
I hope you're going to pass this money across to the autism charity. I hope you're going to produce all the receipts for the public to see.
I'd like to think maybe we can get, I mean, I don't know, do you know what, whatever anyone can afford, 50 pence, a pound or whatever. So, got my rainproof jacket on. So, I shit you not, there will be a good 100 videos coming this week.
100 videos coming this week. Well, let's see if any of the videos you're going to be sobering and drug-free in. Or have you taken a personal stash ready to be homeless in London?
From a few interesting people, and as I said the other day, I'm on my own and the wife's not about.
No, she's left you. She wants nothing more to do with a down and out, homeless, bankrupt idiot like you, Mr. Foyle.
So there's no one to be saying, behave you. Are you sure you should be drinking that?
Exactly my point. Please, people, if you are donating, please direct your money straight to the Autism Foundation. Do not let the money pass through this man's hands. He will drink it away or snort it away.
I don't need another. I'll just be like, I'm just on my own. So, you know, one of my mates at the minute is in Benidorm. And do you know what? I mean, I don't do hot weather. I'm probably glad I've gone this week rather than next week, because London was on fire. London's burning. It was so hopefully it could be a bit more better for me. But I'd rather spend a week homeless in White.
You're homeless every single day, aren't you, Mr. Tim Foyle? Being bankrupt is not a joke. Being bankrupt will make you homeless. So you're getting the practice in now, aren't you, Mr. Foyle?
Chapel and any kind of Benidorm shit. Anyway, it's just not me. So, big thank you to all who were going to donate.
Like I said, people, please direct the money direct to the autism charity, please.
And just watch the channel and have a laugh. So,
yes, I'm definitely having a laugh at your expense, Mr. Foyle.
I'll only be talking to you guys literally for like a week. So yeah, I will be doing stacks of videos every single day, all very, very different ones. And yeah, and remember how
a bankrupt, down and out, has been author who ripped people off with book contracts. He never paid them.
Stupid I get, daft and that. It's all for a bit of banter, and it's all for a good
Yep, this video's definitely for banter.
Cause, so right, gotta get back on the bus. Big love guys, God bless, have a great day, have a great week, and big thank you once again to all who follow.
Don't forget, make sure you get some very good practice in, because I've got a funny feeling you're going to be homeless, bankrupt very soon.
And all the lovely nice messages I get. Yeah, it's not all bad. I mean,
and don't forget to tell the generous people to put the money directly to the autism charity and not to let it pass through your hands. Don't forget to tell them, Mr. Foyle.
You know, you're always going to get one or two. It's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? But that's YouTube. Anyway.
Yep, this.
I'd just like to prove the fact of what I've been saying all along. Certain people have been saying there is no court case, but there very much is a court case. Very thankful and grateful for the people who've supported me. You know, nobody wanted to go down this path, but when people aren't coming up with the goods and the promises and signing contracts and being like worse than dead, it's not on. So as far as I'm concerned, there's the details and facts for the court case. I've got the other forms, which I'm going down to Teesside Magistrates now, Teesside Courts, Combined Court, to hand them in. So although it's been stressful and dragged along for quite some time, I just want everyone to know and see for themselves that this is evidence that the so-called author is going to court with the so-called publisher, and there's other court cases to follow for copyright theft and other. So I'm absolutely delighted. All right, spending the money, getting themselves drunk and doing what they want to do, but not spending my money, because I give that money to charity. So for all you lads on the corner who I give money to when I can afford it, when I get paid off these, there's more for you. Whether you want a tent, sleeping bags, whatever you want, I'll buy them for you. So thank you very much. I'd like to say a big thank you to my little Mrs. Leslie, because I know she'll be watching, but I'm just too good to be true. So Leslie, even though we do have our little ups and downs, I love you more than anything. So for everybody out there, thank you. For my friend Marty Turner, who's also got a court case on the 22nd, I believe, this month, with the same people involved, thank you. And also for my friend Brian Cockrell. So it's all good. Although we've had enough stress, we're all there, we're all getting it. So thank you very much, everybody. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Delighted. So thank you, and goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much. That'll fucking be filmed.
Hold on.
It's still on. Well, that's great, and I just think, I'm happy. I'm really happy, and it was so sad we had to go down this path. We did need to do this, but as it says there, the courts, the details, I've got the forms to fill in. Another friend of mine filled them in. So there's no hiding place. You're at the end of the track. At the end of the track, and the books, what they dropped off for me, I've given away. And I'd like to say this to everyone. Almost prison. I went over on, I think about the 28th of December and dropped 50 books off for the prisoners. I also dropped the post off for my second book. 40 in my first book, 10 in my second book, Madness Continued, and a poster to put up on the wall in the library. So I'm doing time and I'm out there. And my pal Winky, he's in there, and I wrote my letter. So it's all good, everyone. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for asking me where I am on Brian's channel. Absolutely delighted.
Mr. Tinfoil, I hope you don't mind. Mr. Tinfoil, I really, really, really hope that you don't mind. But I needed to make a video, to cheer myself up. I really, really, really hope you don't mind.
So, this has been a while, hasn't it?
Mr. Tinfoil, your title says you're back. Where have you been? Mr. Tinfoil, where have you been? Oh, I know where you've been. I know where you've come back from. I know, Mr. Tinfoil, where you've come back from. You come back from, the other channel that you've got. Mr. Tinfoil. That other channel, that you've got. That's where you've come back from. Isn't it, Mr. Boyle? Eh? Don't play games with me, Mr. Boyle. You just come back from your other channel, and the reason why you've come back is because, you know why, Mr. Boyle. You know exactly why you've come back and made this video and entitled it, I'm back. You know exactly the reason why, don't you, Mr. Boyle? Mr. Tinfoil. You know exactly why you come back. Isn't it, Mr. Tinfoil? Is it because your other channel got 24 privacy complaints?
Can you remember the family?
Can you remember the family, Mr. Tinfoil? Don't play out that you've been away, because you haven't really, have you, Mr. Tinfoil? You've been on, that secret channel that you've got. But judging exactly by the look on your face, I think you're the one that can't remember family. You know, maybe you've been out of your head too much.
And that's another one.
Oh, sub-story is another one. Another what, Mr. Tinfoil? Another what?
Bit of a rough couple of months.
You can say that one again. You've definitely had a couple of rough months, haven't you, Mr. Tinfoil? And I'm sure you're about to explain why you've had a couple of rough months, Mr. Tinfoil. Hope you don't mind me making this video, by the way. I just needed to cheer myself up.
I'm sure you're all aware of what happened.
Yes, we're all aware of exactly what's been going on. But you can't be in denial much longer, Mr. Tinfoil. That's why you've had a rough couple of months, haven't you? Is there anything to do with court?
3 brave people came to the house.
Now, we don't know anything about that, Mr. Tinfoil. You know, we absolutely know nothing about that, but I'm sure you're about to tell us the real reason.
With, when I was away, woman and child in the house. But you know what? I'm not even...
Terrible what happened, absolutely. I agree with you. You know, that was terrible.
I'm going to go there. It's in the past. It's a different... It's a separate thing. Still ongoing.
Separate thing, but still ongoing. Yes. Yes, you can definitely say that again, but with other different people, isn't it, Mr. Tinfoil? I do believe you lost the court case. I do believe you lost the court case, but I do believe you've got another one about to start, haven't you, Mr. Tinfoil?
There's an investigation, and I'll leave that there. It's in the past. Yeah, I've had a couple of months off.
You told the porky. You haven't had time off at all, Mr. Tinfoil, have you really? You've been on, you know, your other account. You know, the one that got 24 privacy strikes against it. And that's the real reason why you've come back to make this video on the War Cry Publishing page, isn't it, Mr. Tinfoil? Just admit the truth for once in your life.
Been writing still every day.
Yeah, writing letters to your solicitor. Possibly writing letters to do with court cases. Is that why you've been writing letters?
I don't need to come on here daily.
You don't need to come on here daily, but you do need to go on your, you know, your other secret account, you know, daily, you know. I won't let your secret out, Mr. Tinfoil, but, you know, you've been on the other account, haven't you? You know, producing videos and, because it's got 24 privacy strikes on it now, is that why you've decided to come back on using this one, Mr. Tinfoil?
Lies to make a living. Like some. You should never underestimate how...
Mr. Tinfoil is a narcissistic liar. Never underestimate that.
far someone will go to try and ruin
How far people would go to try and ruin, so you're admitting that you're ruined.
the person with lies and when they're jealous or upset.
Oh, cry me a river.
Obsessed and yeah, I've been bankrupt.
Yep, you sure have, buddy. You've definitely been bankrupt.
I've been I'm finished.
Yep. Your book writing career is finished. You can say that again. You've told the truth there, Mr. Tinfoil. You know, you shouldn't go around ripping people off, should you?
I'm not. I'm on every platform.
Yes, we definitely know that you're on every platform with your secret accounts, Mr. Tinfoil. You know, the secret accounts that you got. You know the ones I'm on about. You know, the ones that got 24 privacy strikes against.
If you all have a look at W.H. Smith's eBay.
Now, you see the way that he said that? That sounds like a man, that's, lost everything. And look at his eyes in that picture. His eyes are looking over to the left, and your eyes wander over to the left when you're telling lies.
Amazon, Waterstones, Gardeners, Goodreads.
Yes, these are but some of the places you used to sell books on. You know the books I'm on about, don't you, Mr. Tinfoil? You know the books that are sold, but you never gave the rightful people their money.
Audio, I'm on everything. But
Aye. Struggling to get your words out, mister.
And I put call letters out. So anyone is welcome to ring up.
Yep. If you ring them up, they'll tell you that the books have been taken away from all these shops, Amazon, W.H. Smith's, blah blah blah. All these books have been withdrawn under the judge's decision.
Put the reference number on and find out for yourself. So I can't do any more.
Yeah, but Mr. Tinfoil, you've never actually produced a shred of evidence to say, that it hasn't happened. Have you? Have you, Mr. Tinfoil? All you've been doing is using, that secret account you got, the one that got 24 privacy strikes on it. Again, that's why you've come on to this one.
Than that. But if someone wants to make stories up.
Now, who's the author? A storybook writer. So, you tell stories, and other people tell the truth. Yeah, after all, you are the author.
If it makes them happy, then good. I'm pleased for them.
I think these people aren't happy, because you ripped them off, the sly manoeuvres that you got, and it wouldn't be the first time, would it, Mr. Tinfoil?
But I don't have to do that. So what I have done in the last couple of months
is make up your secret account and put videos on your secret account, and that's what you've done over the past couple of months, haven't you, Mr. Tinfoil? That secret account you got, the one I'm on about. Come on, don't play games with me, Mr. Tinfoil. The one that's got 24 privacy strikes against it. That's why you're back on this channel.
It hasn't been great, really. So
no, I shouldn't think it has been great for you, Mr. Tinfoil. It must be hard, all them court cases, getting chucked at you all at once.
My other dog, Giorgio Samaras, died.
No, that's not good.
I had a nearly 10-year. Got her to fix my broken heart from Henrik Larsson dying. And I had Colo Torre in the middle. So I wanted to call him Alan Thompson. All my dogs are named after Celtic players, but the wife said no, he's a... because I've got 2 rescue dogs. So...
Looks like you need rescuing, don't you, Mr. Tinfoil?
That's Mr. Biggs. And that one is Sophie. So I thought, what, I've been given enough second chances.
Second chances? I'd think you're on your third, your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, your ninth, your 10th. I've run out of fingers to count on.
Life, and I'll give them a forever home. I love dogs, you know. They're just like your best mates, aren't they?
Yes, especially when you're in a time of need. A dog is a man's best friend.
But you don't actually talk. What else has happened?
You've been in and out of court. You've had to sort out some details, for people to look at the accounts. You've been told by a judge that the books are going to be removed from all good book selling stores up and down the UK, and I do believe you have to pay some money to people, don't you, Mr. Tinfoil?
Yeah, so it hasn't been great, but
No, it hasn't been great for you, has it, Tinfoil? At least you're admitting that now.
the good thing come out of it is,
I don't think anything good's come out of this for you, Mr. Tinfoil. But I'm intrigued. Tell me.
I don't mind admitting it, is, so I had addiction issues 20 years ago.
Now, are you telling the truth now, Mr. Tinfoil? You said you had, but you still have. Look at the picture, people. Look at that face. You telling me that that's an ex-addict? I don't think so.
And I thought that part was gone in my life, and
then you got hit with a lawsuit, didn't you, Mr. Tinfoil? You got hit with a lawsuit, and it all came crashing down, and you took back to drugs. Well, you never did really get off them road, did you, Mr. Tinfoil? You've always been on them for the past 20 years.
I got addicted to painkillers and all this, and relatively got through life really
ripping people off. Yep, got through life relatively ripping people off.
Every twice, 2 or 3 times a year, I'd have some kind of car crash somewhere.
No, that's just the afterthought of the drugs wearing off.
And it was probably through Paul Venice that I'd even heard of what recovery is.
Paul Venice is a good guy. Nothing like you, Mr. Tinfoil.
So I'm attending regular meetings weekly, and
yeah, attending regular meetings with your solicitor.
So I've been like kind of not drinking clean for
maybe drink, but definitely not off the drugs, mister.
5 weeks on Sunday, and I will go to meetings for the rest of my entire life.
I think you'll be going for more than meetings for the rest of your life, Mr. Tinfoil. You got court cases lasting a lifetime against you. The people you ripped off, selling books and pocketing the money.
Because I'm an addict. I would get addicted to Blue Smarties.
Addicted to Blue Smarties. Didn't think they'd done Blue Smarties, but sounds like a drug to me.
I'm glad crystal meth's never at these.
Now you are deep into addiction, aren't you, if you're talking about crystal meth, mate?
Charles. Yeah, I'm just one of them people where
every time I need drugs, I just rip somebody off to get the money for them.
You should never underestimate the whiff.
Should never underestimate the power of a fat tramp. He will take your money. He won't give you your money. If you signed a contract or if he's gone to write a book for you, don't trust him. You won't receive your money.
Withdrawal symptoms from the Parmesan.
Withdrawal symptoms from the what? I think you're going to have withdrawals from life very soon. The way you're carrying on, Mr. Tinfoil, you're going to have yourself a heart attack.
crystal meth users would never understand. But I'm just one of them. I gave up drinking 18 weeks and I got addicted to...
You gave up drinking 18 weeks ago, but yet a couple of moments back you said 5 weeks. Make up your mind, Mr. Tinfoil. Which one is it?
Vic 55. And then I used to drink the energy drinks. You know, just anything I can become addicted to.
You could become addicted to anything. Most of all, you're addicted to ripping people off, aren't you, Mr. Tinfoil?
So I've stamped it all out my life, and in a much better place.
You're not quite in a much better place. You know, is this the come down talking, or is this the talking because of your, your secret account? Getting 24 privacy strikes against it.
Great love from them, and I'm working 7 days a week.
Working 7 days a week, ripping people off. This guy is ripping people off 7 days a week. I'm glad he admits it.
So I am doing the books part time now. I've got
doing the books part time. You. How many people you ripping off now, Mr. Tinfoil?
Another job, but also so I've got Nick Manners nearly finished. So there's some other Whitechapel out next week, and
please somebody try and get hold of these people and tell them to make sure they get their money from Mr. Tinfoil.
I'm 2 secs. Oh.
Look at the state of that. He can't even get himself up out of the bloody chair.
Oh, I'm getting old.
No, you just run out of drugs.
Old and middle-aged.
Old, fat, trampy, and suffering from withdrawal symptoms.
Fat and haggard.
Yep.
So there's some other Whitechapel out next week. That's book 22. What else? Ray Morton, From the Town That Was Murdered to Teesside Murders. That's going to be coming out this summer. And my very last true crime book, and I mean...
You mean it's going to be your very last one because there's nobody else out there that'll touch you with a barge pole?
That is the last. It's game over. There's not a book on this planet that would make me want to get involved with.
Yes, you don't really want to get involved. You're just feeding yourself a load of crock, making it look good for your viewers. But your viewers know exactly what you're all about. Narcissistic liar.
How can I put it? Fucking pond life.
Don't you mean pondweed?
From that world, from the bottom feeders of society.
You talking about yourself again? Narcissistic liars always chat. Now you're telling the truth because you are the bottom end of a pond. Right at the bottom of the pond.
So then on, so I've got Nick Manners 80% done. So then I'm going to be doing Junior Witter. I've got that fully recorded. I spent 4 days of Junior Witter the middle of this year. And then I'm going to do Mickey Duff. And then I'm going to do Brian Clough.
You're just reading off some names of bullshit now, aren't you? You're really washed up. You know, everybody knows what you are. Everybody knows you rip them all off. Say you do this and say you do this book. You're just making up crock and bull stories now. This is the biggest heap of lies I've heard in a lifetime.
I'm going to do something with John Spenceley, good friend of mine, boxing promoter, and then I'm going to do another 2 Hartlepool books in the next couple.
I think this guy's dreaming. Someone give him a slap to wake him up.
Years. And then when I'm 2 years kind of clean, I'm going to do a book on addiction.
Now, that's something that you could get down to a T. Writing a book about addiction. Well, at least the only person you can rip off is yourself.
Because I don't mind. There's people up there, tinfoil this, tinfoil that, just talking about me every fucking day. Yeah, that's not going to go away.
No, it's not going to go away, is it? You've got your secret account. Yep. You can concentrate on your secret account. Oh, I'm sorry, that's where you've come back from. You know, that secret account you got. You know, tinfoil. The one that's got 24 privacy strikes against it, you know.
And I don't look. So, as I said, if that makes people happy to talk about Jamie Boyle every single day, every account is me as well in the world. There's ones that account's years old, and it's me. But I'm not interested in the drama, the crap.
No. You are absolutely telling a lie there. You know, you're on your secret account every single day. You know, putting videos up on it every single day. Creating the drama. Aren't you, Mr. Tinfoil? Creating the drama through your secret account that's now got 24 privacy strikes against it.
So yeah, all my books are going to support registered charities. And Nicky Duff is going to support Prodigy of a Postcode, Mr. Gary Houghton. What a fucking legend that guy is. The things he does for the homeless of London. So I'm really proud to be involved with such a wonderful registered charity.
Yeah, but you're not involved with it. This is all cock and bull stories. You know, you're just a dreamer.
Right, I'm still going to do things for the Frankie Lee Boo Fund. That's what makes me happy. Is to be busy, and
Well, you've certainly been busy over the past week, haven't you, Mr. Tinfoil? You've been very busy indeed, haven't you? You know, you've been creating videos on your secret channel. You know, that's kept you busy, hasn't it?
I'm an addict, so I'm addicted to writing books.
Addicted to writing books and ripping people off. That's what you're addicted to, Tinfoil.
I've had a bit of a dip these last couple of months. You know, when you think of 2017, March 2017 to March 2021, and so I've done 19 books.
And if you've done 19 books, then how much money have you paid to people to write the books for them?
In that, to the very week, what am I on now? Book 22. So I've
Book 22, and not one of them 22 people have received a penny from you from the sale of those books.
slowed right down. Obviously, my wife has fought cancer and beat it. She's still got a couple of nodules in her lung we need to check out. But yeah, I mean, I was probably going to do stupid things forever.
You can say that again. You are doing stupid things forever. You know, creating secret accounts. You know, doing videos every single day. You know, you're going to live your life like that, aren't you, Mr. Tinfoil? You know, opening secret accounts and, you know, putting videos up and doing stupid things for the rest of your life. That's exactly the type of person you are.
Until I just decided, with the help of Gary Houghton and Paul Venice and Paul Venice's mum, lovely singer, to say, do you know what, this is the way. Because I could have been good for 6 months and then my head would have fell off, and
your head's fallen off many, many times. You know, you could never be like Paul Venice. Never. He's a good man. You're not.
You know, so I'm just not going down that route. I'm 42 as well, so I want to be old and boring, and you know, I've kind of got the
old, boring, bankrupt, homeless. That's how you're going to end up, Mr. Foyle.
beard as well, and my hair's not really that great, is it?
No, but then there again, you show me what druggy looks good.
You know, so yeah, I'm out the other side, and I've got.
You're out the other side, battered and bruised, aren't you, Mr. Tinfoil? Because the jugs whooped your ass.
Lots of great people around me. As I said, the last thing, I'm not going to go day to day, back and forth.
You are. you have been going back and forth from your secret account to this account to your secret account, but maybe, just maybe, you can't do that at the moment because, your secret account's got 24 privacy complaints.
The only thing I will say on it is, if anyone can produce a court letter, not
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that can produce and have produced court letters. I've seen one myself. I've seen two. I've seen two court letters. Two court letters, Mr. Tinfoil. Not one, but two against you.
a little flash of a letter. There's been 3 pre-disclosures, not court cases, pre-disclosures. So anyone who doesn't know what that is, a pre-disclosure is
It means there's been court cases against you, because you've written books for people and you haven't paid them a penny. I've seen the paperwork.
thing before the court case, and I was dismissed 3 times. If anyone thinks I'm lying, give me a message on
I'm giving you a message now, Mr. Tinfoil. You produce me evidence, right, that this is true what you're saying in your words, because I know you can't. I've seen the paperwork. I've seen 2 lots of the paperwork. You're a narcissistic liar, you are. Absolute washed up, druggy, narcissistic bastard.
Give me Boyle 10 and I will send you the court documents. I'll even give you the references and I'll give you the court number 01642 340000. You can ring up and ask yourself. But I don't need to make a load of bullshit up.
That's exactly what you've done. Look at his eyes, people, in this photo. He's looking to tell the next lie. Let's see what else comes out of his mouth. Mr. Tinfoil, I ask you to send me the court documents that you say you've got, to prove you're telling the truth. Send them to official.topic.talk@protonmail.com.
To get views, because every 1,000 views, that person gets £2.20. This isn't my thing. We're nearly on 9,000, but
Is that why you got your secret account, Mr. Tinfoil? The secret account. You know the one I'm on about, don't you, Mr. Tinfoil? You know the one with 24 privacy complaints against?
I do books. I've done 3 documentaries. I want to be involved with more.
No chance in hell. You can't even pay the people for the books that you've written for them, Mr. Tinfoil. You're finished. End of. No more career for you. No more book writing for you. Just look at that face of that deceitful, narcissistic, lying bastard.
And I was my own worst enemy because I always...
You are your worst own enemy because you rip people off. Well, how do you expect people to think about you?
used to be good and then I'd fall off, and...
You have heads fallen off 22 times, hasn't it, Mr. Tinfoil? 22 books that you've written and not paid anybody for.
But yeah, I'm not going back and forth with tinfoil lists and court. There isn't, as I said, if anyone can ever show me a court document which is...
Mr. Tinfoil, you said you would show anybody that asked the court documents and paperwork that you have to prove you're telling the truth. Please send the documentations to official.topic.talk@protonmail.com.
Said so-and-so, so-and-so, you know what I'm about, has won and been awarded. I will go away and you'll never see me ever again or write a book.
Mr. Tinfoil, I've seen 2 pieces of document. You said you would produce to anybody the paperwork to prove you're telling the truth. Please send the documents that you have to prove that you're telling the truth to official.topic.talk@protonmail.com.
And I mean that on my children's life, my son's life. You know, I'm sure there's papers there. As I said, you ring up yourself and check. You can't argue with a liar, a pathological liar.
You're a narcissistic liar. That's what you are. official.topic.talk@protonmail.com. I request you to send the documentations to prove you're telling the truth.
So, you know, I'm sure there'll be a video tonight and tomorrow and next week and the next month and next year and 2 years. Don't give a shit.
You're the only one that seems to be producing a heck of a lot of videos just lately, Mr. Tinfoil. You know, on your secret account. You know the one. Come on, don't play games with me, Mr. Tinfoil. You know the one. It's got 24 privacy strikes on.
What I do care about is my work, and you're gonna see a whole new
level to fraudulently taking money from people. That's what you're about to see, guys.
whole new era of sport books, boxing books, social history books. Because
He's struggling to even get up off the bloody chair or off the floor.
as Sean Atwood said, I'm prolific. I'm an addict, and that's
Yep. You're addicted to writing books and stealing money and taking drugs.
what I do. So I work 7 days a week, at all hours, and I can't do that now because I'm part-time. I have other commitments.
Yes, the other commitments is his secret YouTube account. That's his other commitments, people. His secret YouTube account, you know, Mr. Tinfoil. The one that got 24 privacy complaints against.
But there still will always be 2 or 3 books a year instead of me doing 6. I think I did 7 in 1 year.
He's just trying to put people off the scent, really, you know. He's washed up. Has been.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely 6. So, you know, that was from a result from me working 7 days a week. 9, 10 hour days, even more. You know, often the wife would say to me, can you turn your phone off? It's 4 in the morning and I'm sharing stuff and all this. And
yes. Turn your phone off because you're sharing stuff with your secret account. Aren't you, Mr. Tinfoil? Just admit it. You know, I know, and you know the account. You know the secret account. You know the one that's got 24 privacy complaints.
So that's that. I hope I've cleared up matters.
Don't think you've really cleared up anything. Anyway, like I say, you said that you'll be willing to produce documentation to prove that you're telling the truth. official.topic.talk@protonmail.com. I expect them soon.
My arm is hurting holding this phone. Hello, Mr. Biggs. Oh God, it's called the Lick Monster. And if he hasn't got anyone to lick, he'll lick himself. And that one's Sophie. So that one's a bit like my wife, kind of sensible.
Oh my God, Mr. Tinfoil. You're now comparing your wife to a dog.
And that one's a bit like me, it's just like a bit daft. But,
You're more than daft, mate. You know, you need to give your head a good wobble.
yeah, a house is not a house unless you've got a dog. Georgios died in my arms 3 weeks tomorrow, and it was the worst thing I ever did. The hardest thing I've ever did. Because
The worst thing you ever did was write books for people and not pay them.
I didn't want to do it, but at the time of need, the dog looks around and it's looking for familiar faces, and a lot of people can't cope with it, and they're like, oh, I'm going and all that, but you need to be there. So I was there and I suffered later. But as when Henrik died, my house was silent for 3 days, and I thought, I can't bear this. You know, with the taps on the thingy. So I went and gave these their forever home. I think she's about 12. I think he's about 8. But yeah, as I said, you know, ideally I would have went and got a dog, a young one, and called it Alan Thompson and that. But you know what? I've had lots of second chances in life, and
you've had loads of second chances. Yep, like I said, I told the truth earlier. People, he's had 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Do I need to continue on the amount of chances that you've had, tinfoil?
I like to think I've done something. Because dogs are just better than people. We just don't deserve them, how good they are. I was watching a Ricky Gervais interview the other week, and he said dogs will give you 10, 15 of the best years ever, and then just give you a fucking horrendous ending. And it is horrible, honestly. I've got aunties, uncles, cousins, even a dad. I wouldn't bat an eyelid if he died tomorrow. And yeah, dog completely, utterly broken hearted, inconsolable. So,
see, the thing is, dogs are loyal. You know, absolute loyal dogs are. Unlike you, tinfoil.
They are. I don't think a lot of people understand. They're part of your family. They're just, you know. Yeah. But anyway, it's a circle of life, isn't it? And the only sad thing about a dog is that they don't live that long. But such is life, and I'm sure in a couple of years I'll be at the same place again. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing. You know, I haven't got the time for videos back and forth.
You've got all the time in the world. That's why you've been doing videos back and forth from here to your secret account, and then back to here. That's why you put this video on private, didn't you, tinfoil? You put it on private. Today's the 20th of October 2022, and you put it on private as soon as you uploaded it, didn't you, Mr. Tinfoil?
Listen, if people are out there telling lies and you're happy with that, if you want to make lies up that you've won this, show.
You said earlier you're willing to give paperwork to prove you're telling the truth to anybody. official.topic.talk@protonmail.com.
Shows a proper document, like the document I put on the community page this week, and anyone is welcome to ring up, quote that reference, they'll tell you themselves. But I certainly haven't been sued or lost anything, and if I have, they haven't told me.
You're absolute full of crap. Absolute garbage.
But yeah, you can't argue with people who are happy to tell lies.
No, you can't. You know, that's why people just ignore you. That's why you have to make secret accounts, isn't it, Mr. Tinfoil?
So you've just got to completely ignore them and just crack on. You do your thing. You talk about me every single day. I don't care.
I haven't heard anybody talk about you, Mr. Tinfoil. You know, but I've seen you put plenty of videos up on your secret account, you know. You know the account. The one that's got 24 privacy complaints on.
Don't know. Don't look. Totally oblivious to it. And I'll do my thing and we'll see how far we get. Anyway.
Yep, you are doing your thing, aren't you, on your secret account? And it don't look like you've got very far with it, Mr. Tinfoil. 24 privacy complaints. Wow.
Big thank you to all who follow this channel. We've nearly got 9,000 on it now. I'm going to go to a place in a couple of weeks. I'm holding my arm up with my other arm. And I'm going to do the locations, but I'm not going to say where that is yet. There's going to be a load of videos, really interesting. And yeah, I'll stay. As I said, I do work away from doing books now, but I'll always make an effort a couple of times a week on here. So big thank you guys. God bless. And
before you go, Mr. Tinfoil, official.topic.talk@protonmail.com. Please send me the paperwork you've got to prove that you're telling the truth. Thank you.
Have a great rainy day.